while the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals weighs in on the case of a Mississippi church. One America's Salina Arredondo has the details.
Rising from the ashes. That's what one Mississippi church is doing quite literally as they work to once again hold in-person services despite having their facility burned to the ground in an act of arson. The church is the First Pentecostal Church of Holly Springs, not far from the Tennessee border. Friday, the Fifth Circuit Court granted them a temporary injunction to congregate. Before, the state limited parishioners to only drive-through services after the church violated social distancing guidelines on Easter. A spokesperson for the church has said they're thankful for the ruling and their right to worship in person, even though the facility was burned down Wednesday in what officials are calling an intentional fire.
We've collected some evidence and some stuff that we are trying to get identified through several different companies and stuff to perhaps give us some leads or lead us in a direction we can find the person or persons responsible for this fire. Based on the evidence and what we've seen at the scene on top of the hill, that this was an arson.
At the scene, officials say the building was completely engulfed when they arrived. A spray-painted message saying, "I bet you stay home now," was the only thing left. Despite the tragic loss of the church's facility, the court said, quote, "One would be mistaken if they believed the church was destroyed in the fire," adding, "Church never refers to brick-and-mortar places where people gather, but to the flesh and blood people who gather together." The Fifth Circuit went on to say when the parishioners of First Pentecostal Church leave their homes on Sundays, they're not going to church, they are the church. Nevertheless, the church continues to be in a legal battle with the state over its coronavirus restrictions, which officials say doesn't appear to be linked to the crime. However, some speculate otherwise.
The idea that someone may have orchestrated this. We've kind of racked our brains and we have no idea. No enemies that we know of. The investigation's going on and we're just waiting to see what they tell us.
Moving forward, church officials say they're glad President Trump has deemed places of worship as essential so they can get back up and running. Salina Arredondo, One America News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.